Welcome to Blackout Gaming TV 2. They put us on Blackout Gaming TV 2? Disgusting. This is Admirable. I'm joined by Insomniuhh.
Perfect pronunciation.
We got Arjax on the camera. What does John think he's doing? Putting us on the B stream. We are clearly A-listers. You are the most handsome streamer in TF2. And I once won Highlander Medic of the Season. Are those not winning credentials?
I don't even have any awards under my belt.
I've just given you an award. Rear of the Year, 2015. TF2.
Put that on my Twitter right now.
We're here for this ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup number 4, powered by TT Esports. It's semi-finals, I believe, and we're going to be casting Denmark versus Ukraine, a best of 3 on Process, Product, aka Viaduct Pro, and Badwater.
Looking forward to it, definitely. I've been watching these guys warm up, and these guys are on point. They are ready to go, you can tell.
I haven't been following the Highlander Nations Cup. In fact, I wasn't really following much TF2L over the last 2 or 3 months, but in the last week, man, I must have racked up 30 hours so far in the last maybe 3 or 4 days. I'm really trying to immerse myself in TF2, so this is part of that process. I'm glad to be here casting with you, buddy.
Yeah, mate, a lot going on in TF2 right now. I-55 just wrapped up, but we've got a whole lot more coming up. The Highlander Nations Cup, of course, as we're watching right now, but a couple more tournaments coming up. All the Razor tourneys have been really fun to watch. A couple of those have been broadcasted, mainly the European ones. And there's the Sinful 6 Ulti-Duo tournament coming up in just about a week, I think. So we're not slowing down anytime soon. And it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot more stuff to watch, put in my backlog, check out the VODs and all that.
Deutschland coming up next weekend as well. The first fully Highlander LAN. So this is really giving us a taste of what's going to be in store there. I can't tell you which players here are actually going to be attending. I'm going to risk a roster rundown here. I'm going to assume... No, I can't even do it, actually. There are a few people not playing the correct classes right now. We'll wait till the game starts. But
I was thinking the same.
I can at least confirm that in the red will be Denmark, and in the blue is Ukraine. You might recognize a few players here. You know, you got F2 Medic Legend, used to play for Epsilon, won many seasons and even a couple of LANs. Natural, well-known Danish soldier who seems to be playing heavy here today. Dr. Phil, of course, demo man for Lego, also plays for Stacked and Highlander. And for the Ukraine side, you got Death, the 425 demo man, absolute beast. You got Lippy, play Soldier. You can play Roamer or Pocket. And Nesh, I believe, playing Sniper for Stacked at the minute. Beat putting together a new Stacked roster. You can see my Highlander knowledge only goes as far as the team that I'm associated with.
Fair enough, though.
But we do have Arjax here, our cameraman. And he could, give us a few hints. Who should we be looking out for here, Arjax? Give us the Highlander inside scoop. You've been following the Nations Cup. Oh, I don't know if they can hear you or not, but he says.
Oh, we're going live right now?
Holy shit, we're going live. I gotta ask you, man, real quick, your prediction. Who's gonna take map 1 Process?
I think I gotta go with Denmark. Just throwing that out in the air. And they are first to mid.
Dr. Phil working that left-hand side on the red perspective. Oh, Lippy bombs in, but sick reflect air shot there from Saken, playing Pyro here for Denmark. Keeps his demo man on full health, and now they're able to move forward a little bit with Lippy going down pretty much instantly, along with Food Ration, their Pyro. This middle was over before it even started.
Yeah, Ukraine pulled out quite quick right there. Only lost 2 players. They knew what they were doing to save that.
I played a lot of Process and Highlander, and it can definitely be very stalematy. It's like you really have to try and take it 1 point at a time. You know, if you're playing 6s, you can get real momentum going. You can tap middle and second almost at the same time. But here, you really have to take each fight very cautiously. Work with your buffs. Try and maybe get a nice Uber trade going
Much more of a coordinated effort. Right now, it looks like we have Toast as a spy going back behind the heavy meta combo right now, but may have got spotted out just now.
Really early pop here from Denmark. Treetone backs off. Managed to save himself, but F2 and Dr. Phil are committed here. They did get the pop out, but they've actually ended up losing 3 players, so just a one-man advantage here. And Ukraine are already pushing ahead through PC, man. They're trying to flank. Just a long-range spam being traded here. Gunrock's rocking the Tomislav, and so is Naturals. It seems to be favoured now after the gunmetal update. I suppose that was quite a while ago, but it's recent to me. I've only started playing again.
It still seems fresh. We've been playing this game long enough, and to see a weapon change that drastically has actually been kind of intimidating.
Ooh, Dr. Phil putting the pressure on to shoot
him up, though.
Look at that. The scoreboard right now, 3-4 down for Ukraine. Denmark streaming forward now, it's still 9 up. They could potentially just keep in here. They're going to leave their engineer to cap and scout. In fact, they're already going through choke here, really abusing that man advantage. Food ration, the Ukraine Pyro's going to run in and give away a cheap frag there. Natural taking down that mini, moving forward here, cleaning up all the engineer buildings. But they have control of the point, and crucially they can control these entrances, and it's tough to push out from last to second there.
Looks like it. Soykas having some amazing headshots in that push right there. Mostly saving the heavy medic combo. The quick, like, almost looked like a no-scoped headshot on the spy that was going for. We've got Uber Pop out going to the left side here. Shutter. Counter up Pop. Coming out rollout right now. Denmark's backing off a little bit, trying to milk that.
Natural sitting up here with his Tomislav primed. He's ready for anyone to jump into him. Denmark have backed out a little bit towards the spy here. They're hoping that Ukraine live up to the Russian reputation. You know, they're over aggressive.
Ukraine kind of peeking at lobby right now. Immediately back off though once they see poor Soykas up there on Spire.
I'm expecting to see a kind of stalemate game. You know, like the reputation of Lego.
We'll see. Denmark
players
right.
Very fast. Actually, they're really abusing this man advantage right now. With those initial 3 picks they've rolled in, 3 have spawned now, but they've got another 3. Medic goes down.
I think they got
this. Soykasa.
Wow, Soykasa having some amazing shots. F2 had a great bomb in there as well. Really spread him out. Got a couple kills. And looks like my prediction turned out true that first one. Let's see if they can do it a second time.
I'm watching the Dr. Phil roll out here. So far, so good. Gotta hit the rump slide. No, classic Dr.
That's
Phil.
a hard one.
You hear those ankles crunch as he touches down.
Oh, takes a lot of splash damage right there as well. Sitting at 55. Oh, Nash.
Medic down right now for Denmark. What's their decision going to be? Are they going to stay and fight here, try and...
They can't now. They just lost Soykas, F2 and Toast.
They're going ham, they're going ham. Trying to get that medic pick. They do get it. Cleavesas goes down. Rest in peace. So they sacrificed 5, 6 players for that.
Only 2 players get out of there alive. That was probably not worth the sacrifice right there. But Ukraine really coming back strong after that first round loss.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you, especially on a map like this. Even if you're at uber disadvantaged, there's so much you can do to control the pace of the game, the choke points, whatever. Like, it's hard to take that uber in and find frags if your team are well positioned. But that's the play they went for, and as a result of it, they've lost not just middle, but their own second now. Denmark trying to push out a little bit here. Their spy Toast was in behind, but doesn't get anything done. And they're all grouping up here. Look at Denmark last. They're all close on the right, like they were getting ready to go. They have 70% charge. They're thinking about it. They know they have a significant advantage here. If they could see where Cleavesas was at right now, the enemy medic, they would probably commit heavily, but they've just lost Phil, so they're missing their main damage dealer now at the exact moment that they wanted to be pushing. And their heavy goes down. They're getting absolutely picked apart here by Nesh. He keeps finding these key picks with that scoped rifle.
They're definitely pressuring off him as well, and it seems like right now, at least, the snipers are kind of the MVPs of both rounds.
Here comes the Uber. Cleavesas bringing in death. Counter pop from Treetone and his Pyro 6, and they're gonna juggle in Cleavesas, but no one. Oh yes, he does go down right there. Dr. Phil catches him the sticky. I thought they were gonna let him escape for free. Now Lippy popping off that conk, but It's getting really sketchy right now. It seems like Ukraine are looking at the scoreboard. They realise that they are, 5 down here. They're going to try and back out and regroup, but...
Oof, only 2 up on Ukraine now. They just got a couple fresh spawns, though. They've backed off second completely, though. It's a little bit of a messy push in the last right there. Medic got separated from a Uber connection, and he got pushed off into Shutter.
We just realised... Well, I didn't even mention that Valash is playing for Denmark here. He's obviously a Premiership scout, played for a reason as a backup, and he's playing for Full Tilt now, another new top EU team. I just want to give him some credit,
Little shout out.
Ukraine are trying to contest here. They've already killed off Nigel, and Cass is down.
They've got nobody watching PC right now. Oh wait, no, a couple just peek in there. Looked like Denmark was thinking about coming out. Denmark popping through choke right now, a little early, really early. Let's see what they can do with this. Oh, they don't check their corners. Gun Rocks gets a free kill on Dr. Phil right there.
Dr. Phil all alone, like being expected to do everything there for his team. Like maybe it was a force and they hadn't planned to push there, but that was disastrous, whatever way you want to. And here comes the Ukrainian aggression, closing that distance fast is death. When Demoman and Artie on scout, they do find themselves a frag onto Soykasa. And like the sniper pick is so valuable in Highlander. It's like one of the things I'm always asking about when I'm in medic, is the sniper up? Where is he?
Yeah, same here.
It totally restricts your movement, but once he's down, you can breathe a little sigh of relief, but you just always got to keep a look at that scoreboard in Highlander, just like in Sixes, but there's even more things to look for in Highlander, like is the spy up, is the sniper up, etc.
Exactly, more things to kill us. A little bit of pressure in here from Ukraine, and the lobby could get thrown out by a little bit of spam rocket there.
Look at Toast here. I think he's been called, in fact. Yeah, they know the spy's crossed over. But he was trying to get into PC there, but he was hounded down by Death and Artie. Denmark look more than happy to sit here on last and allow Ukraine to try and break their defense. That's one of the reasons I would often favour pick and process, like previously playing in the Premiership, was that it's really easy to control the pace of the game. Like I said earlier, like even if you're at an uber disadvantage, you're probably going to end up with low scoring games a lot of the time, depending on your opposition, but I find it quite easy to stay in control if your team listens to your calls, position wise and stuff. It's going to be tough for Ukraine to break in here. They've been forced, in fact. And they're already 3 down. This is potentially disastrous. Dr. Phil, he's a shark, man. He smells blood in the water. He's trying to push ahead here. He's got the lash of them. Whoa, they're going to kill off Death and Cleave Slash. 2 huge picks there. Demoman and Medic down. The only threat here for Ukraine is that Dito, their spy, is he's behind.
He's hanging back.
Comes in.
I thought he might go for that back cap, but they didn't move off point. Very wise of them.
He's still coming behind though. They have no idea he's here. He's looking for a big pick. He's going to watch F2 jump away. And the spy is ghost. Oh, Natural spot him out. Natural sees something. He's going to deal with that. Meanwhile, the cap coming in for Denmark on middle. And no one from Ukraine really seems like they want to contest this at all. They're happy to give up the point, slow the game down a little bit, play around those choke points rather than trying to come in and engage in that wide open area. Now Denmark with the 20% advantage here. F2's already in the sewer. Soldier just scouting out. He knows there's nobody there. He can relay that information to his team. Finally, Detoid goes down, but here we see Phil and Traytone moving forward. They've got Flash as well, so they've got the damage and they've got the chasing potential in the scout if they Uber here. And they need someone to be able to kill off that pyro because food ration is right around the corner, ready to deny them. And the counter Uber comes in immediately. He's pushed them back. He didn't manage to trap the medic, but he's pushed them into a corner here and he will get that frag. And I think crucially Thalash wasn't there when he was required to be. He needed to be there to get those picks when the Uber field faded, but he seemed to really let Phil and Tritone down there. That's my take on events anyway.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Very close one. Clefsauce had the most split-second flash in the demo to actually save him there. It looked like that Mr. or Dr. Phil would have actually had that. But yeah, Ukraine fighting back here. A little less back and forth in this round.
Toast just hiding in the corner here, the Danish spy. He's waiting for anyone to walk through that choke. He's hoping that Ukraine push, but He's going to turn his attention into sewer there. Nesh and Ehor there, so you got the engineer covering the sniper. F2's trying to pressure out, but he will reclaim sewer for Denmark, but both teams just feeling each other out on the flanks. Cleve's ass went down there and I totally missed it. How did he die?
I was just checking for that as well. I was going to say Ukraine lost their medic, so they're stepping back a little bit, but couldn't find out who got the actual pickup on him. One thing I've noticed is that Denmark has a much more forward hold on their second. Ukraine tends to play a little bit back, sticks on bats, but it's definitely working for them. Got some people peeking in PC right now. Sewer's like pretty much all empty right now.
I took a look at the console. I can confirm it was Talash that killed those police ass. Here comes the Uber from Denmark now, having got that medic pick and earning themselves a huge Uber advantage. They're going to Uber in from PC. They've all walked over the head of Dito, who was just playing spy there, standing on the point with the cloak and dagger. Comes in and kills off Natural, but is immediately avenged by Saxon, the Pyro. Denmark take control of the point. They're sending a few feelers ahead here. F2 was in sewer, but got denied hard by Food Ration. The Pyro there didn't even land a single hit onto Cleef's ass, so Ukraine's medic on full health here. But Denmark, again, they're in control of the middle. It's really an option. On this map, like I said, it is slow to play in Highlander. You could park the bus here, man. A 1-0 lead is plenty. That is a winning score right there. I would be happy to sit on mid, especially for national pride, when national pride is on the line, man.
17 minutes? Oh, looks like they popped in here. They had a huge advantage, like something like 50-60%. Let's see what they can do with it. Little bomb in here from Lippy. Picks them off from Choke. Peeks into sewer just to find a Denmark Uber. Flashes around. A lot of splash damage, but no picks. Oh, Dr. Phil picks up one on Gunrock. Lippy just throwing some black box bombs down here.
Oh, Dito comes in from behind Natural at the crucial moment, kills off the Danish heavy. And
Nash another pick.
Oh, Soykasa comes back in on the respawn and kills off Nash as well. It seems to be going in favour of Ukraine, but
yeah,
they've just capped the point. The spawns will favour them now, in fact. But Denmark seem like they want to stay and contest this. There's Toast still in there on Spy, trying to hit that Ambi headshot. And just killed off the Pyro.
Looks like it could work. Both teams are backing off the point entirely here. Big surprise, actually. Ukraine had the player presence in this earlier spawn, so they just stood on point. They may have been able to really contest this, but Denmark moving back out now.
Ukraine.
Uber pop.
Oh, Lippy's going to pop off the conch as well. He's jumping forward. He's trying to give that turbocharge to his team here so they can chase down a few frags. They have killed off Natural, 6 in, and Toast. They're all on a 10-second spawn here, so like this is definitely an opportunity to push in. They just need to be aware of Nesh, but they've actually killed him off as well. So no sniper threat here. Soykasa really up on Spire, actually.
Yeah, good split push there too. Surprised it didn't work with them. They had a 5-man push through Sword, 4 running through PC. Just goes to show Denmark is a good, solid defense.
Even if Denmark aren't even gaining any ground, the clock continues to tick down. We're now at the halfway point in this map. 15 minutes left, and they're still winning 1-0. It could end that way, man. It wouldn't be a bad result. Denmark would be happy anyway.
Ukraine has the Uber charge now. Let's see, they've been charging that really quick. I'm looking forward to seeing the stats, because those are some quick meta gun charges.
Oh, Gunrock's reaction time. Toast coming in from behind, saves his medic. But F2 sees Cleefsas and Gunrock's coming in. The information is there for Denmark. They're already pre-firing the PC, and that's going to force the rotate here from the Ukrainian combo. They don't want to walk through all that spam. They want to be as close as possible to their opposition before they pop charge. But actually, the Uber pretty early. Lippy tries to jump around, but Denmark are already well positioned to just kite this Uber. Ukraine now faced with a tough decision. Do they stay in here and try and face off against Soykasa and Sniper? It looks like they just want to retreat here and wait for a more favourable situation. You know, a bit of leapfrog action. They're going to let Denmark come at them now, it seems.
Yeah, they just didn't have the player presence with them. Only had a soldier and heavy and a spy, and they didn't want to flash a spy, of course. But that leaves Denmark with a 60% Uber advantage now. There's the chart.
I feel like you can't Uber your heavy in on 5 CP maps.
You're just not quick enough, especially with the height disadvantage there. But yeah, left side, red crates here. Uber comes in. A lot of action over by PC on the blue side.
Natural like taking the fight with Gunrogs and Sewer. The point seems mostly secured in Insomniuhh, but yeah, there is one man behind. It's D2L. Thalash knows something there. Thalash shooting all the corners trying to find that invisible espionage man, but he hasn't found him yet. Now he's coming behind. He's gonna go for the sniper pick, but gets denied there by Tutorial. Playing as TPDR Beep here. He's a fan of Beep. Who isn't?
One of the few names actually recognized here, and that was just a damn good save right there by that engineer. I was watching that, just a little bit clenched. Just wondering if he could pull up that kill.
Oh, Artie is just dancing all over the place here. Almost managed to just take out Natural there, but Natural's gonna stop for a lunch break. Whips out the sandwich. Dito gonna kill off Toaster. At least he thinks he has, but he's gonna know it's the dead ringer. He's going in deep behind enemy lines there. A little bit of a pause, I believe.
Oh. We made it pretty far for our first pause, actually.
Oh, they're just toying with us. It's not an actual pause. We do get the classic ice skating players here. Just a couple. Oh, they're being popped off here. Death is going for it. He sees players clustered up at choke. He's going to be able to catch off Soy Caster, the Danish sniper, but most of his projectiles reflected there by Sixen, but they've done enough to take control of the point. F2 is going to jump in for an heroic 1 versus 5 bomb there and gets nothing done. And that's just going to encourage the push here. And like already Death sees that Natural isn't really in position. Like they're not on the high ground, they're holding close here. This is a real opportunity for Ukraine to come in, but Death ends up going in alone. They need some follow-up here. Death is trying to spam through choke, he needs heals at the same time, but I mean, where is their scout? They need Artie in there to follow up on that damage, to chase the frags. It looks like their attack is going to fizzle out here, and now it's Denmark ready to push with Uber, but the advantage is so small. This could be a really dangerous proposition here for the Danes.
They come out of sewers, pop it immediately, throw in that scout and that demo, trying to get that sniper pick. Thalish downs a bonk. I haven't seen that in a while. Gets out of there very hairy, but counter popping up with the Ukraine jumping with the demo here. Oh, Ned takes a lot of damage, but just gets out. It's amazing. How much? 22 HP. Great little surf there in a pod.
I feel like Death should have had that one. That should have been med pick there. You know, Triton really, like it was gonna be. He really found himself caught out. The positioning was poor, but he got let off lightly for sure, buddy. But even having a weak medic, I feel like is probably worth pushing on. You know, he can't necessarily stay and heal with his team unless Natural is going to be quick to whip out that sandwich. But he's already coming it deep here, and like looking at this kind of diorama we got going on here with the pause, I'm guessing that Lippy is going to kill off Natural. His health is good. He's got the cover of the rock, but F2 is
right behind him.
Who is F2 shooting at, actually? Let me find his POV. F2 is... He's setting himself up for a rocket jump, I guess. He's trying to escape.
Looks like a little sync jump almost. Can't really tell. But if he gets out, maybe turns around, try and picks off the med. But what I'm hoping here is that Lippy finishes off that heavy, surfs in to clean up. All he needs is a little bit of splash damage on a Tritone over there to really kind of seal this push in.
You can tell the stakes are high when the teams are pausing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams want this badly. They want to make it to the Highlander Nations Cup Grand Final. I'm pretty sure there are some TT Esports prizes at stake as well. Maybe cash. I can't even remember. But they are definitely the title sponsor of this event. Shout out to Camfo and TT Esports. Shout out to the ETF2L add-ins for not giving us a Sixes Nation Cup this year. So rude, man. So rude.
One day in the future will happen. But you mentioned earlier that Deutschland coming up on the 12th, I believe. Oh, no. Action comes back in. We'll talk about that later. Soygasa back on the team. A little bit of a hesitation with a few players there that may have cost them a secured second.
Action is on Ukraine here. We hear Lippy popping off that conch. He's holding on to it. Now he releases it. They can move quickly through here from upper PC. They find that pick onto Toast, but again it's the dead ringer. In fact, they're trying to work their way forward here.
Already had an amazing push in right there under lobby, put in a lot of damage, took out the sniper. Gonna allow them this easy second cap. 9 people on this point. Don't see that all the time. See they capitalize off the momentum ×9, yeah.
Oh, Death is doing the air bicycle here on my screen, thanks to the pause, but oh, this bicycle kill there onto Gunrocks. Toast gonna pay for it with his life though. Got domed by Nesh. Now an Uber being popped off from the Danes. They're trying to chase here, but they're 3 down. They've got no scout, no soldier. Who can they chase with? They realised it's a fool's errand. They're going to retreat back onto last here and try and regroup. They're still 1-0 in the lead though. It's so key on this map. You can just sit back on that lead. But the BlackOut attempt comes in from D-Toad, but he's not facing the right way. He was looking forward, but he should have had his eyes on spawn.
Didn't buy him enough of a distraction though.
Gunrock's just shooting wildly here. He is trigger happy. He's trying to find Toast. Toast right below him. Now picking up with the Ambassador, looking to land a cheeky headshot perhaps onto Cleefsas. But Denmark happy to sit back here. The Lash is going to peek ahead and get some intel. He's able to tell his team. You can see the combo there on the upper PC area on that balcony. Toast is circling his way around though. Flash creating just a little bit of a distraction there for him. You do see Death just spamming stickies around. They know the spy is up and he's probably crossing over. Here he comes in onto the medic, but gets the side stab. It's not going to be enough to kill or even force. And Toast will go down, but he came close. No cigar though. The Lash coming through with the bonk though, trying to follow up on that. Artie is just going to shepherd him all the way to middle. The Lash trying to beat him into a fight on the med pack, but Artie's not going to take the beat. But they know the Lash is behind. The Uber comes in from Denmark from the front as well. Dr. Phil and Tritone trying to go forward. Now the counter Uber from Ukraine, and look at Phil, he's caught in no man's land.
Phil got left behind there.
Natural super weak. He's on life support. 5 health goes down to the rocket from Lippy, and Ukraine seems to have engineered themselves a huge advantage situation here in Insomniuhh.
Denmark needs to get out of here right now. They want to hold last so tight right now. It looks like Lippy knows that going right into rollout right now. Gunrock's right behind him. Just a little peek, a little bit of intel there. They got their spawns up though.
Nielsen! Huge reflect there. Kills off Ihor, then finishes off Lippy as well. Really taking the sting out of the tail of that Ukrainian aggression. It seems like Denmark are going to be able to reclaim their own spire. I thought that was going to be a Ukraine slam dunk. This is back and forth stuff right now. Currently both medics still running that standard Uber charge.
Really good stuff. D-Toad still way in the back there. He was crushed by the dispenser for a good 30 seconds there, just waiting for a play to appear, but all the action right now moving on to mid as Denmark moves through a choke. Good reflex.
Here
Just
comes
narrowly
D-Toad
saved
now. Saxon is he's doing a good job of staying around his combo. He knows that spy threat is still looking for him, and D-Toad's just sitting here watching this and like, what can I do? What can I do? He needs some sort of distraction from his teammates. The Lash is now coming in on his back. He needs to be careful. He's going to just play the long con. He's trying to work his way forward here. That medic pick could be huge for his team, but Ukraine need to find something in the next 7 minutes because they are still 1-0 down here on the first map of this semi-final best of 3.
Just under 7 minutes left, and Denmark playing pretty aggressive for a team that could really just sit back and park the bus here. I'm liking it. Soykas to get another pick on D-Toad, who's finally been caught out.
So now with this spy threat eliminated, you know, they've confirmed he did not dead ringer. Hit sound confirmed. They can begin to you know, breathe a little sigh of relief, maybe make a play or two here. Toast going in for some Danish spy action, comes away empty-handed. But Denmark again, you know, it comes back to the fact that this is a tough map to push on. They're 1-0 up. They don't need to do a damn thing.
Oh, Lippy had a cheeky little play up there, and PC was standing up trying to get a drop off, but Lippy came in there, immediately spotted it out. F2 got in there, spotted it out, and Lippy got out with just 12 HP. Trying to play a little more clever, a little more sneaky.
I'll theorycraft a little bit here, you know. If I'm in this position, especially on process, I'm looking for the sniper pick, you know. I'm like, I'm getting my sniper, I'm going to take him to sewer wherever he wants to go, I'm just going to stand there, I'm going to buff him until he gets the kill or gets pushed back.
Oh, Dr. Phil. Great sticky might be enough for them to push off of this, but they don't have the, it looks like Ukraine pulling back. Now they were poking at a PC looking for a push there. Uber still has not been popped up. I tried. He's really holding it. Let's see what he can do with it. Goes finally comes off on Dr. Phil. Almost even Ubers, but Triton flashes around. Gets a sandwich as Ukraine pulls back. Not completely though.
This is the crucial moment now, because once the Ubers have faded, they find themselves still on the low ground, but also the sniper's still up. So Daesh is just having a field day here, and Denmark are totally hemmed in as to where they can stand. Like, those sightlines are devastating. They've lost like 5 players to that push, and they're continuing to hemorrhage players here as they move on to middle. Denmark potentially throwing the game here. They've had to give up their attempt at taking second to back it off now, and Nesh is just reeling out the damage here, finds the head of Soy Castle, so huge sniper advantage here, and that's something that Ukraine can abuse, because with Denmark 3 players down, they can't control the flanks as well as they'd like to. Ukraine can just walk through here into sewer, and they're going to push PC at the same time. Nesh is just alone on choke, in fact, he's got no cover. F try and contest him a little bit, but the Uber coming in here from Death and Cleavesas, and they are wrecking. Triton goes down.
That's
huge.
Quite a lot going on there. Yeah. Uber popped off a gutter. Just people coming out sewer. Solo sniper push out choke. That was quite the push right there, and it worked for him. Nesh with another great pick right there. Shutting down the heavies, comes out of spawn. Taking out Soy Casa sniper down. This really could be Ukraine's time to tie it up. You know they've got just under 4 minutes left.
Nesh, please, toggle. He is on 6k right now in this life. He seems to be pretty much uncontested. Oh, Dr. Phil was going to take a peek there, but gets a back alley lobotomy from Nesh, and another headshot on the natural. Demoman down, heavy down. What are you waiting for? Go, you have Uber.
That's your moment, and they heard you. Here they come in, Sticky's at the door. Nash with another headshot before the Sticky's gonna even take him out. On the point, looks like they're gonna get it just narrowly. Doobie, but the engineer comes on the point to tie it up with 3 minutes left on the mat. Wrap.
Now we are in the, the realms of golden cap territory here. Only 3 minutes left. It can be slow paced, but I'm just gonna have to believe that Dr. Phil can do it. He's rolled out and he's pushing the right hand side. He's trying to control the enemy med pack here. He's not doing much in the initial phase of the middle. Both teams just trying to set up and get position here. But I like the fact that Lippy is playing that high ground. He's trying to spam down there, but walks into the sentry gun of Tutorial.
Ooh.
That's going to be first blood going in against Ukraine. Denmark with a big response here, finding 4 frags in the middle, yet to lose a single player. Toast trying to harass the retreating Ukrainians. There's only 3 up right now. Cleavesas, Ehor, and Death. They're trapped at sewer here. Can Cleavesas get out?
Deep there. Gun rocks coming in there.
He's so trapped. He's waiting for it. He gets the charge. He's going to pop off to save himself. He's trying to run. It's just Death, Cleavesas, and Ehor. They're going to retreat. They meet up with the respawns there. But as you say, Phil going down. And F2 as well. Maybe Denmark are just going to not push here. Like,
that was one of those Uber trades. Both teams were looking at each other hesitantly, not sure what to do with them. Both teams liked to back up and play it a little bit safe.
This, perhaps a missed opportunity for Denmark. Like, I know they had lost Phil, but they could have just tried to continue and catch the respawn wave there of Ukraine, or, really go ham for that med pick. There's only 3 minutes left, or 2 minutes left at the time. Like, it's unlikely they're going to get rolled back to their own last. Why not roll the dice? But, I think the Danes in general are risk averse. They've decided to wait. They're probably happy to go for that golden cap, but they still have 1 minute and 20 seconds in which to produce a successful push. Oh, Triton tries to go in there through the left-hand side, the safer side, but Nesher's position on Spire and manages to find the angle. Medic down. This is huge.
Uber coming under choke right now. Demo cannot find anybody.
I think he got tagged mid-air and they ended up cratering there. to respawn from Tritone. He's going to whip out the crits, but he will have enough time to build it up here. But they're going to have to probably win an engagement before they even get the crits up. And they have to force the Uber out of Cleavesas here. He's sitting in full charge. He's sitting way back on the upper peak there. It seems to be, you know, a little bit of dead time here.
Yeah, so Casa with an aggressive hold. The first guy on the lines for the last two pushes. The sniper, that's just shows a bit of confidence. Right now, a little bit of action traded out here. Scout comes in. Everyone's just piling in right now. And they're actually getting some frag. Only 10 seconds left in the map, though. It's not going to be enough, but a good show of it.
This is best of 3, and it is, you know, an elimination round. It's the playoffs here now in the Nations Cup. So draws are not, they're not allowed. We're going to have to go to a golden cap, guys. So Process Highlander with an unlimited time limit wins. This could be longer than the actual map itself, you know, this could go on for hours, man.
Well, thankfully I just woke up. Kind of feel for you. I know it's quite a bit later.
Oh, I'm good to go. I'm just, I've had my dinner, you know, I'm fueled, I'm ready for a marathon Highlander session. Maybe we could take a look at the logs real quick.
Yeah. Just about to ask about that.
I've copy-pasted them. Oh, I failed at writing a link in Mumble. But
I got it.
has the game gone live? It has.
Oh, it looks like it has very quick. Not even enough time to look at the logs, but let's see who gets to mid first. Dr. Phil's been pretty quick, except for the last round, he beat him every time.
Oh, he's
Spam
putting
5,000.
good damage onto Artie there. He's really weakened that scout. That's going to perhaps allow his players to get a little bit aggressive up top, but again, it's pretty standoffish here. Tutorial playing with the mini sentry there from PC. That's going to be annoying.
F2 coming from behind. Tried to even get back there. I didn't see, but didn't quite make it. Got called up pretty quick. Death got that kill.
The last kills of Cleavesas though, medic down, but the Danes have so few players alive, they can't spy check, and Detoad comes in and gets the backstab onto Tritone, so both medics end up going down, but that was a drop coming out from the Danish medic. This is a scrappy middle right here.
Definitely action all over the place. We had some people backing off into both sewer, both PCs.
CXN knows what it takes to be a good pyro. Forget about that flamethrower nonsense, it's all about the shotgun. The shoddy boom body picking up 5 kills there on middle. On the respawn actually, look at this from Tritone again. He's going to try and bring out that crit screen. He didn't get it in the dying seconds of normal time, but now here in the golden cap, we finally see a change in the mediguns. Like, I feel all the mediguns will be viable here. Crits and quick fix. Quick fix to middle, I think is usually my strategy, and then crits or Uber afterwards, but
one of my favorites as well. Like seeing the crit streak play though, especially going for it with that kind of minute left they did last time. It would have been a really bold play.
It is going to be crits versus Uber here, so I'm not sure what their plan with the execution is. Dr. Phil, they're just going to pop off the crits early and see if they can find a frag, and they don't manage to make it happen, and they are getting chased down by Lippy, who was well positioned. I think Detoad, the spy, gave him the intel just as he was standing right in front of the door, cloaked as they came in, gave his team time to react, time to chase. They find 3 frags, Phil and Natural down. That's no heavy and no devil man on the field, and no scout now with the lash going down here for Denmark. So a lot of those power classes out of the game. Ukraine able to roll forward here. They're continuing to find frags. Denmark really just need to cut their losses and retreat and hold second, but they're just as they go through. Death jumps forward, doesn't manage to find the frags though.
F2 aimed back in out of sewers twice there. Oh god, and they're coming back into a choke. They have no fear right now. Denmark playing so strong, so bold. Let's see if they can actually capitalize off and get a couple picks there. But god, the last Dr. Phil going down. Tritone, Soikasa, everyone. That was dangerous and far too risky. Let's see if they get some spawns up in time to actually contest anything here.
Toast is distracting. He's going to get gunned down there by gun rocks. But I mean, yeah, there's kind of, I don't know, a false Not exactly a sense of security, but you know when you have that crit, you know you feel like you're gonna go and make a big play, but it really ended up a disaster for them, and they kept losing players in different spawn waves across different points, and they've been punished. They're being pushed all the way back here onto their last. Denmark now in dire straits. They've lost control of the right hand side in their perspective, and they've lost control of the high ground. Death is coming in, he's pumping out the damage into F2, does go down eventually to Dr.
Ukraine on the point.
There's no stickies on the point, they're getting so much time on here, and Ukraine are gonna just snatch it right under Denmark's noses there to make it 2-1, but that was a 1-0 golden cap. GG's being called.
Good stuff right there. Some amazing like shots off it. Somebody get popped off just between uber flashes, get picked by a sniper. Just damage thrown out all over the play. I gotta say though, it was kind of the snipers, or maybe Libby. I can't say who the MVP would be at that round, but now might be a good time to look at the stats, get a little bit more intel on that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the logs actually from the main game. I feel like the golden cap was kind of a misplay from Denmark.
Denmark coming back in to defend that mid. I want to say mistake, but I wasn't in there. Maybe they felt something different, but they popped in there even hesitantly. Like they backed off, then came back in, knowing they were men down. That really kind of gave Ukraine the moment to come back in and capitalize.
Looking at the logs right now, Dr. Phil top damaging.
Yeah.
Decent amount of frags as well. He and Death, you know, kind of cancel each other out there. Nesh edging ahead in the sniper stats.
Just
he has about the same frags as Soikasa, but
a
significantly
lot more
damage.
Like, yeah.
F2 kind of underwhelming on Soldier. It's definitely a different ball game when you're playing Soldier and Highlander, but he's dying a lot. You compare F2's performance to Lippy's, he does similar damage, but Lippy was alive a lot more. He was using that crunch as well.
Over double the deaths by F2. Yeah. But F2, it seemed like he was playing more of kind of a, I'd hate to use some Sixes terminology, but roamer style, trying to go in there, force those picks, and he did it a couple times that may have paid off, but then again, there were probably another half the times that didn't really make anything happen with that.
Yeah, I feel like because of the linear nature of a 5 CP map, you know, you're always kind of looking forward, more or less. It's tricky to do those, like, you know, tag bombs, those big huge bombings directly into the enemy. It's probably better to try and, you know, stack the fight on the flanks with your scouts or whatever. There was a couple of times, I think it was more desperation, like the main Danish play had failed and F2 was just trying to go in, but like it's not that. It's tough to do in Highlander, you know, it's not necessarily going to be an effective way to play. But we are going to be going to map 2 here. Product.
I love that name.
It's been renamed, I believe, as part of its submission to the Steam Workshop, I think.
Really?
At least I heard someone say that. But, you know, it's obviously a long lineage here from the original Snowy Viaduct that Valve released, and then people don't like white maps because it's hard to see your crosshair or whatever. Someone made the nice green version and the pro version, and then I think it's been developed by different people at different times, different naming schemes, whatever. You know, you had Viaduct Pro, you had Pro Viaduct, and now it's just Product. And I think this is RC8 or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's
a product of competitive, so I kind of like the name like that. It's a little witty. It's seen a good evolution.
The family tree, you know, and it's tough to follow though. But yeah, a lot of the changes actually to the map historically were based off of Highlander play. Especially stuff like, you know, the way the heavy used to be able to shoot through the boards on middle, and a lot of the sniper sightlines. I know a sniper gets heavy rotation in this map in Sixes as well, but like the shortening of China and different things like that, I think is, you know, pretty much directly feedback from the Highlander community. So they've had a big hand in shaping this map for, you know, both Sixes and Highlander. But
it's going to be... Oh, go ahead.
Based off the performances on Process, you know, what do you think is going to give the edge here on Product? Who do you favour now?
It's hard to say. This is, in my opinion, a very demo and sniper-centric map, especially in Highlander. And we saw such a threat, like demos, top damaging, top fragging in the last map, and some of the best like plays that allowed some pushes We're by the snipers, so I'm going to be watching Nesh, going to be watching Soykasa. I know that they're going to be prime targets for those soldiers to bomb out. Definitely, both teams going to be shouting at their spies to make sure those picks are secure. But here we go, we're live.
This is beautiful. I'm looking for big things from last year. He had a big game on Process, didn't work out for Denmark, but Scout very powerful here. If you can avoid those minis, he's Lippy straight in, bombs round onto the enemy cliff, kills off Soykasa immediately, so great opportunity for Nesh to wreak havoc here, but Denmark seem to find themselves with the man advantage as Dito, Nesh, Food Ration and Lippy all going down here. Denmark working their way forward slowly but surely. The cap actually goes in favour of Ukraine, so even though it looks like they're going to get wiped here, the lost time won't be so bad. Just Death and Ehor up at the minute. Death trying to fight a spy in the house, he's resorting to the bottle, tries to get the melee kill there, but Toast is going to best him, and he is just juking around here. He's using the enemy dispenser. He's going to pop off on a bastard headshot onto Nesh there, gets him down to 20, but no one following up on that damage. Denmark do end up with control of the point though in Insomniuhh.
It was a little hectic right there. But
I love this
they've got the strong defense on it. Definitely one of my favorite maps as well. Ukraine playing safe. Soykasa taking out Death right there. Kind of what I expected. But in a position I didn't expect them to be in. Playing off the ground right there.
Yeah, I don't favour this Denmark defensive position. They're standing all at the rock here.
Yeah. But they know Death is down, so they had a little bit of time to play more advanced and play more, I guess, bundled together right there. Avoid spam, but Death's come back out right now. Going sticks right where we'd expect him.
Because you're sitting here, oh, here comes Lippy with the bomb.
Couldn't quite make it.
Oh, he
Uber
does,
comes
they
out of
do
Denmark.
get the foresight, but Ukraine were committing to the push anyway, so it's traded. Uber's here, but just as the Ubers are fading, Food Ration and Artie also joined Lippy in the spawn queue, so again Denmark finding themselves in with favourable man advantage. They're winning these fights, the engagements are looking good right now for Denmark. They're trying to push forward. Whoa! Death manages to get a couple of stickies down at the feet of Six then, and Tutorial will give away a couple of easy frags there to swing things back in favour of Ukraine. Sure, Pyro and NG might not be your big damage dealers, but bodies on the field. But in all that distraction, just whenever Ukraine thought it was time to push, Toast comes in from behind and gets that backstab onto Cleefsas. So now Denmark will be gearing up for the push here, man.
Looks like they're piling on there through the main. Got a couple people coming up on cliffside. But here they are in, throwing out stickies on a rock, taking some splash damage over there by Ukraine.
Shenanigans.
Toast going in, grabbing the gun rock pick, cleaning up on all that damage that was put out by the Ukraine, looking like they're going to stick in here. No, backing off, rotating over to concrete.
Here comes Lippy, he's looking for the force, but Nitro's already spun up. Oh! He manages to get the med pick there onto Traytone. Hey, he had Uber, right? No?
I couldn't hear, I did not hear the Uber drop, but it was close. It was
a drop, but there was no effect. And like this is crucial because the respawn there from Cleefsas was Crits Creek, so they needed to get the foresight before they pushed here. Yeah. This is perfect for them right now.
Almost had the Crits charge.
No, Dr. Phil walks forward and gums him.
Oh, that hurt. The medics go down. But Ukraine's sticking with it. They know they had a couple spawns coming in, but they had the manpower to actually get on the point. Looks like they're losing players.
They wanted to stay and fight there, like they could have gone, tried to just... Oh, but with the medigun rules, he's just able to walk in and pick his Crits Creek up again. I don't understand what the rules are for Highlander, but he has done that. He's just gone and done it. If pickups aren't allowed, we've been told by Arjax. So the crits is coming in. Yeah, and that huge med pick didn't even matter. Here comes the crits now. It was delayed though for about 20 seconds, but they have come in, they've crits. Didn't really find any frags, so they did get control of the point though, and but it's such a huge time differential here in Insomniuhh.
Yeah, 8 seconds. It's all that Denmark needs to put back on the clock right now. They've got a strong push coming off a cliffside right now. Ukraine getting chased off, Scout peeking behind, trying to distract him a little bit. The Uber comes out, fades, and they're on the point. This could be it.
You can't let them take this, Ukraine. Just get in there, deny that cap. Here they come. Def's trying to walk forward. He's got just a blob of blue players with him here. He's called his boys. F2's going to try and bomb in. He's looking to contest Lippy there, but he's He's not winning the fight,
Natural
but
on the
Nitro comes
point.
in to save him. Gets the pick onto Lippy.
Ukraine gets some bodies on point.
Oh, they could afford to play reckless there with their big, 90-second window, but
Yeah.
Ukraine back in control here. The crits gets popped off as well. It's it's gonna be ended there.
Momentarily.
That is punctuation at the end of that sentence. So Casa headshot on the cleats. That's full stop, baby. That is your Kritzkrieg over.
Looks like Denmark setting up another push here. Threw up a sentry on clip and moving on the point. Dr. Phil coming in hard right there. Taking some severe damage. Natural on the point. Churning out damage. This could be it right here.
They have to get on the point. The Uber comes in though, so they can't even block it.
Lippy trying to jump. Gets pegged mid-air. Good attempt though. That was a damn good action-packed round right there.
Yeah, oh, and look at this from Kleefsas on round 2 here. He's going straight for the Kritzkrieg. Will he live long enough to get it popped off? Will Death find any frag with it? That all remains to be seen. F2 is looking to contest food ration on the flank there, but both teams just setting up the line of scrimmage here across mid. Picasa gets first blood headshot on Gunrocks. Lippy trying to jump behind, gets straight into Soy Casa. The crits is edging ahead here. It's going to be up. No! Just as I say that, Kleefsas goes down to the pipe from Phil. I think it was just a spam pipe. He was not paying attention there. Catches the big Pipperino.
Ukraine's got to get back. Now only one player up after that mid-fight.
Rest in peace, Ukrainian crits dreams. One of these days they're going to get a successful Kritzkrieg off. I don't know if it's going to be this map or the next, but as it stands right now in the series, it's 1-0 to Ukraine. They took process 2-1 on a golden cap, but Denmark have come out strong here on map 2 product.
Off the latch, had set himself up sneaky little play, but could not capitalize off of it. Definitely distracted enough. Players had their backs turned up to get some kills out from his teammates.
Ukraine's suicide wave there not really proven fruitful. It's like Casa finds Nesh. He was trying to peek off the other side. What do you call that place that isn't China?
There's a name for it, but it's not called enough for me to remember right now.
Forget. Japan. I've been told by Arjax. Japan.
Amazing little no-scope body shot by Soy Casa right there. Didn't even back up and fear that bomber.
Ghost crossing over right now with the Dead Ringer. He's just gonna decloak here by the rock. Comes in and kills off Gunrocks and retreats to his own side, but man advantage favouring Ukraine here, and they're moving forward onto the point. Nesh finds the headshot onto Tutorial there at close range. His mini sentry is still up though, it just goes down there as I say that, and Ukraine moving forward here, looking like they want to attempt a little bit of a forward hold. Nesh finds another headshot. He's starting to warm up here on product, but Ukraine with 2 down, and obviously those less favourable spawns once you're actually in control of the point, they decided to put the brakes on. They're going to sit back and hold here, but they're going to come in with an aggressive crits on defense.
Can they get it in? Yes, they can.
Oh. Death kind of fluffed it a little bit there. He did kill Tutorial again on the respawn, but not really the damage they were hoping for. I mean, even with crits in that situation, I'd probably just be happy to sit back and let the enemy Uber at me, run away, and then crits back in again. Like, you didn't gain anything by using that crits there. Like, their spawns are so fast, it doesn't matter if you kill them.
At this point, Denmark's going to have the Uber advantage. I would have definitely waited on that one as well, or at least until they're more bundled up. Denmark has been playing pretty spread out, pretty intelligent. We see a bomb come in here from Lippy. Could not get the med pick, though. This is going to set Tritone with Uber in just a second. Nesh taking out Soy Casa, but Denmark countering with an Uber right now. Throwing some players in there and backing off the Ukrainians.
Oh, the pincer here as well as the lash comes in from the flank. As Saxon tried to move forward with the dregs of that Uber, they did manage to kill off the heavy, but Denmark need to realise that they are now the defenders. They have to stop pushing and throwing bodies away. They're gonna lose their medic. Oh, total piece of hubris there.
Love seeing these aggressive engines on both these teams coming here, putting a lot of chip damage in and actually cleaning up a lot of kills every now and then.
Toast drops down from China just as Kleefsas walk underneath, lands the backstab, and that just about equalises things here. So the point has changed hands, but I feel like Denmark are going to be getting it back real soon. Dito chasing down F2 there, gets the kill spy on Soldier, then Dead Ringers, and now goes back to his own side of the map. Does go down eventually though to Natural, catches him with a stray bullet. Natural moving forward here with his Tomislav versus Natasha from Gunrocks actually. Crits popped off here, laser beams coming out, but the headshot gonna take Gunrocks out of the equation. Nesh onto Natural at close range, but Cleave's ass went down there just before that to Natural's Tomislav. And Denmark find themselves back in the driving seat. They're just about to tick into the lead here as the clock goes past the 1 minute 2 seconds mark.
Soykasa really secured that defense right there. As soon as that crits popped off, headshots came out.
Spam from Death here, trying to open things up for Ukraine, but Toast with a sexy 2k backstabs Heavy and Demoman in quick succession.
You're gonna get this pop off now. Took a lot of damage. No, it was a drop right there from Drytone. That's going to give Ukrainians a little bit of confidence, but they have a couple players down. Fresh spawn wave just came out. They'll have enough time to get out on point, though.
Toast, really the MVP so far for Denmark. I mean, the Danish strategy seems to be pretty solid on BlackOut. They've got a good feel for the map, but Toast has clutched it so many times. He's just been racking up the frags at all points in the map. Denmark now popping off their charge here as the clock ticks down to 3 seconds. They know they have to. They're just trying to use the Uber to deny the caps, but they miscalculated it by a few seconds there, and they have allowed Ukraine to activate the point here. It's going to take a few seconds to decay. The game is still alive. We're in overtime right now.
This is.
It's 3-on-3. Full F2 and the Lash all super weak. Tutorial on the respawn.
Trading players left and right here, almost dead even. But it looks like Ukraine, last one's on the point in overtime. They're going to need to hold this for an entire minute now, and they had the spawns to do it.
Yeah, and a cheeky teleporter there from Ehor, just a little bit far forward, allowed Death to respawn and get in to get that crucial kill right at the end. So just you know, engineer fundamentals. Why not build a teleporter? It worked out for them right there, but now with Gunrocks and Nesh down, it's free admission here for Denmark onto the midpoint, and the Ukrainians cannot let them cap. Oh, but it's going to be 2-0 here. I think we're going to be playing best of our first to 3, is that right, Arjax, or is it 4? It's 4 in UDC, but 3 in ETF2L. So this is map point right now for Denmark. They are looking to tie this series up 1-1. And I'm fancying them right now. I'm favouring them. Big Toast doing work. Lippy's in. Oh, nice serve from Soykasa. First round, I remember he got bombed instantly by Lippy. The second, he got bombed again, but in a different position. But this time, he surfs and survives, only to get pistoled down by Dito there with L'Étranger. Off the back of that aggression from Lippy, just a turning of heads, we see that Ukraine are able to walk forward here. No threat of that Soykasa sniper.
Wow.
And they also know that Toast is down. Toast just coming back on the field now, though. The Ukrainians should be getting very paranoid.
Denmark pushing in here on cliffside, though. Do they have the Uber?
Here comes the attempt at med pick. Oh, Dito denied by Thalash there. Gets him with the scattergun close range. Uber straight on the point. And Ukraine being hounded here. Cleave's Nesh, Dito and Gunrocks all going down. Big aggression there from Phil and Thalash. Sick combination.
That was some really good coordination right there. Came in, put out the damage where they needed to, and cleaned up where they had to.
That's my the textbook Uber push you want to see in Highlander. You know, the Demoman and the Scout damage and the speed. Don't be Ubering your heavy in, guys, please, unless you're defending. Right now, D-Toad is ghosted in behind. He's right on the back of Tritone, but he's going to go for the heavy pick, but whiffs it.
Missed it.
Soykasa and Toast both down right now for Denmark, so those utility pick classes not on the field, but the Ukrainians have lost their heavy again.
Oof. Both teams were edging up there just now, but Denmark coming out on top, just a slightly better DM.
This is intense right now. Lippy is going to fight with F2 on the Ukrainian side of the map. F2 is going to lose out in that fight. What? Med pick there from 6 and runs forward as Pyro, just having killed off Artie. The Scout gets the pick onto the Ukrainian medic.
Taking out Nash might just secure them a couple more
Here
minutes
comes
here.
Death, and Lippy, this is huge! Nice combination bomb there.
Oof.
Wow, Treetone did not know what hit him, but Stickies and Rockets coming in at the same time. That was carpet bombing of the highest order there. Like Death coming in from the front, arcing around, and Lippy from behind. That was brutal.
It had bought Ukrainians a little bit of opening time there, but Thalish came in and just edged them off that point. Really good hold right now. Let's see if they can keep it up. They're coming in to defend a little bit. Dr. Phil throwing out some direct pipes. They do not have the player base to actually hold them off this. Looks like Ukraine going to take the point.
Just realised as well that Saxon is in fact Scissor's infamous EU Pyro. But you know, people are going to fake nick in a Highlander game. What about it? But action continues here. Denmark trying to retake control of the point. They do have about a 30-second lead here. They've almost got it recapped as well, and they do have a 3-man advantage. Sniper down, heavy down.
Oh, they've got it. They've got to run away now. Uber comes out of Ukrainians. Good
this is dangerous. Right there. If they stay and fight though, they're going to get swarmed eventually. Here comes Toast from behind. He's trying to get into Icy, goes down. Nice Scissors moving forward here. He's setting people alight. The Lash gets in. The combination of the burn, the afterburn there, and the Lash's scattergun enough to kill off Cleavsass to get that med pick. Huge play, but they're going to have to sacrifice the point here. They need to back out and regroup. They're going to get those faster spawns now. And we almost have an Uber here from Tritone. 80%. They're working their way in. They know they have man advantage. They know they have Uber advantage. They just need to execute here, Insomniuhh.
And looks like they're going to. Both teams moving a little bit close. Denmark pulling off of this. They know they have. Oh, this is really action-packed and tight. I've been really amazed with some of the plays right here. Really kind of makes me miss playing a lot of Highlander.
This is high-level stuff right now. Also being corrected in Twitch chat. Bloodus is telling me that soy casa is cake as well.
Aha.
There you go. Means nothing
Nash.
to me.
Nash cleaning up a couple picks there, couldn't quite get the med pick. So Denmark in on the point right now, on the point I should say, with Uber, taking out a few players and then backing off to safety. Got F2 on the point right now, spamming out some rocket. Got some brave little engineers pushing out there, get some shotgun damage out, letting Natural clean up, and they've got the point now. 40 seconds left on both teams.
You can see the frustration here in the Ukrainian play. Like, the team fights just aren't breaking down in their favour. Currently though, Ukraine with the DTO coming in from behind now. He's worked his way into the red house. Scissors is looking for him though. He's going to tag him with the shotgun there. He knows the splash is behind, so he's kind of taken care of for now. Lit comes in, manages to land a rocket onto Tritone from on high. Here comes the overcharge from Ukraine. They're trying to lead Death. They do manage to kill off Phil, but they don't chase for any more frags here. So they're just essentially, you know, they're capping the point, sure, but they're about to face an Uber push. F2 comes in. Nice on the
He was waiting for that forever. Very good play. Uber comes out, straight to the Thalish, drives him back. Let's see if Tritone spots Lippy. Yep, he does. Lippy backs off. 14 seconds left on both teams right now. This is so close. Ukraine has to come back on the point right now if they wanted to have any chance at this map. And here they come, getting air blasted back. Oh, perfect pyro play right there. Oh, for a second it looked like the bomb on the point was actually going to buy them a couple seconds, but Denmark winning that 3-0.
Worthy victors. The scoreline says it all. It was definitely Denmark's map. Slightly, ever so slightly one-sided. Let's see if the logs tell us a different story, or who are they going to highlight. I'm going to.
There were a lot of good players there. It's hard to like really pinpoint any one, but the engineers were doing a lot of work. I mean, just with their sentries alone, but coming in, pressuring with a little bit of chip damage here and there. Definitely saw some double kills by Ihor.
Just looking at the logs right now, again, it was close between Death and Phil, as you would expect, both Premiership demo men. But for me, it was Toast making a huge difference there. Actually, comparing the spy stats, Toast 24 frags, 11 deaths.
Wow.
Detoed 10 for 16. Toast 420 damage per minute. And Natural, like, just in a very passive heavy roll, cleaning up all those frags, always looking for the spy. Like, I felt like not only that Toast played well, but the Danish spy check was on point. Scissors and Natural, Antalash, great cover there of Triton, made Toad's life hell. That was hard for him to get into the game, but like the scores all around, actually, or the stats all around, really strong for the Danes. Again, F2 kind of with this negative KD, 13 frags for 25 deaths, but it's working for them, man. The only stat that matters is 3-0, baby.
Exactly. And that'll bring us to Badwater for our final map. I'm glad we actually made it this far. I love the little back and forth we've had going on both the maps. It's not as close as point-wise, but action-wise, that was an intense map.
Hopefully they're going to wait for me, because I don't have this version of Badwater Pro, the latest one that they're playing here in the league.
I'm guilty of that as well.
I'm downloading it from the server. Arjax, they'll have to tell us if they go live, and we can just bluff. I know I can just wing it. Oh yeah, here we see the red team rolling out to suicide and defend. Red defend, right? Or is it blue? I forget. Yeah, nailed it, mate.
top tier. I actually crashed downloading that map, so I'll be in there just momentarily.
Oh, that's too bad, buddy. I have downloaded the map. TF2 is loading it up right now. I'm going to be transported into a virtual world of wonder. If you have just joined us here on BlackOut Gaming TV number 2, this is Admirable. I got Insomniuhh with me and Arjax on the camera doing the production for us. We're bringing you the ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup number 4, powered by TT Esports, semi-final between Denmark and Ukraine. And if you missed the first 2 maps, don't bother, or don't be bothered, don't worry about it, buddy, because obviously we made it to map 3. It ended up a tie, so this is the crux. This is crunch time right now. This is the only map that matters, the final map. It's going to be Badwater Pro. It's version 8. And is it going to be a best of 3 or a best of 1, Arjax? In the map, I mean. Arjax thinks it's just a best of 1.
That's
I know
what
you
it was
can't hear him
looking
stream.
I was watching a little bit of the early round versus Sweden and Russia, and it looked like it was going to be just whoever's got the fastest time. And they popped off with this immediately. Started off the entire match with it. So I'm kind of happy to see it saved for last, because this is a map that everyone's played just endlessly since their starter days in public servers. So everyone knows it and throws their best at it.
Yeah, even though a lot of the strategy is like well mapped out for Badwater, it still changes a lot, and especially I guess since they released this pro version. If you haven't been following Highlander, I guess the main changes happen around the transition from second to third. Like the third point used to be this incredibly strong hold. Oh, we've been told it's a best of 3 in fact from Arjax. That's great news. I really enjoy this map, but they've weakened a lot of the hold potential on. Actually, they seem to have changed some of it again. Actually, in this version, they had made the window really wide and there was like no lip on it, but now they've added a little bit of it back again. I could be talking nonsense, but they have added some.
No, that's right. That's right.
Some other routes here around second and third. That big house in the middle, there's definitely a lot more flanking potential, but also some of the spawns have changed a little bit. The spawn on second, I can't remember exactly what's changed. I'm not gonna bluff anymore, guys. Sorry.
No, you're pretty spot on right there. I haven't played it live in any Highlander things, but I have run around it, seen what's changed, and the sidelines, while they might not be completely necessary, they add a different kind of a game flow, and those spawns were kind of necessary in my opinion. Apart from that, though, same strategies apply, and I think that it's kind of in Denmark's favor to be. Is Denmark going to be on red first? All right. Yeah, coming with the win off of Viaduct. I think that it kind of serves their advantage to be starting off on that defense. You really get to set the time. and play back a little bit.
They're gonna be on red. They're blue at the minute.
That's what I was. That was my confusion.
Yeah, Arjax is telling us that Denmark are going to start on red, but they're currently on blue.
All right then.
He says he's wrong. He's wrong. Ignore him. Okay, that's going to be my new default position. Arjax says anything.
Well, then Ukraine maybe Ukraine can draw the line right here and come back from that 3-0 loss on product.
I'm not sure who to favour here because I was really impressed by Toast. I might have said that a couple of times last map, but he also had he was edging it out against D-Toad on Process as well, so I feel like he could have a big impact here. And Scouts can really gain you a lot of ground in this map, especially if you can get that Sentry down. Like Thalash has the potential to go huge here. Like he's definitely seems to have the edge on Artie. He's a Prem Scout, man. Kid's a beast.
If he's not tied to the cart the entire time, though, that's the sad fact of a Highlander, though. You don't just show off all the time.
Which is like really that's one of the there's like a lot of preconceptions in the Highlander, like it's just the way that people do things, but sure, the Scout should push the cart while the Sentry's still up, I guess, but after that, he should just be looking for frags, man. Watch someone like Sorex play. Just kill everyone. Just kill everyone.
Yeah. It looks like we got both teams loaded up, waiting for us to go live now.
I'm interested to see what the defensive setups are going to be,
Yeah, just looking for see what type of metagun they were running.
Tutorial playing Engineer here for Denmark. I haven't been keeping up to date on Tutorial's Highlander career, but when I first played, he was a sniper, also plays Scout in 6s as well, but playing NG here, I'm wondering, is he just a deathmatch NG? He's like, I can play NG, it's got a shotgun and mini sentries, or what sort of setups does he have? Is he going to be creative? Is he going to be the mastermind in the Union style NG?
It'll be interesting to see. Definitely saw a lot of damage put out from our engineers, to my surprise.
Shotgun, best weapon EU. Pyros, NGs, even heavies. They can all be racking up them frags.
I think only Saxon is running the flare gun. Everyone else running that trusty shotgun.
I just use it because I'm bad at flares. It is 9 players a piece here, 18 players on the server. They're asking what's happening. They're already up. Tutorial says he has programming class at 8 AM. They're waiting for someone to come in. We've been told the other game has gone to a third map.
Oh, nice.
Apparently Russia 1 map 1 and Sweden 1 map 2, so you can catch that right now on BlackOut Gaming TV. No 1, no 2, just straight up BlackOut Gaming TV. We are, of course, here on the second channel. I think it's CJ and Sigafu casting that one.
Yeah, that's right.
I would probably watch it if I wasn't here. Putting in some work.
5:34 on Upward. That's an amazing time right there.
That's fast.
Yeah.
The Russians have their skates on.
I think the first round of Badwater, the first map in those teams, I can't remember which team it was, but they had a 9:45 time, so a little bit slow. I'm expecting to see either of these teams do really well, get a little bit of a faster time than that. I know Ukraine want to probably come out strong, definitely later on a really good time, make Denmark work for it. Or sorry, vice versa. I forgot Denmark's on blue this time.
Yeah, how do you feel about the, do you care if you're starting on attack or defense? Because it's always a question that gets asked when I'm even when I'm playing in the game, what side do you want to choose? But yeah. I've never really found that much of a difference, I guess.
Personally,
it's
I like to be the aggressor. Yeah, it's totally psychological. It kind of depends on if you're starting on a payload map. I like to be the one to set the time, make them work for it. I know a lot of other players, though, they come from the opposite side of that coin, and they like to be the defense. They like to really kind of set their feet in the ground and make other people work for it.
The great thing about setting the time and, going second on attack, or on defense even.
You know what your goal is.
Yeah, you can always, you don't have to fight for every inch. You can make you know, calculated sacrifices, you could say, okay, we've held one for long enough, let's go back to third or roof or whatever. So yeah, I guess attack
Looks
with
like we're
first
going
probably
live.
feasible. But at the same time, you know, I wouldn't be just in a state of despair if I had to defend first.
No, not at all. And once you'd be a little more risky there as well, in some cases.
Looks
I
like
usually start off this map with a Kritzkrieg. These guys both going metagun.
Ihor going for the standard sentry position here. You know, he's looking to build that level 3 right at the spot where he can cover the cart once it comes out of the tunnel, but also, you know, it has it's a good distance away from the cliff corner where like one of the attacks might come from, and also has a good sight line over to the med pack on the left, etc.
I think this map is definitely going to suit D-Toad a little bit as well. He kind of likes to play further back, wait for those plays to open up, and this first push right here to the first point really will allow some distractions to happen for him to come out and make something happen.
I'm curious how what engineers like since the the gunmail update. There was obviously big changes to how or subtle changes at least to how the Wrangler works, etc. I think overall it was a nerf, but time will tell. Right now Toast is positioned right underneath the sentry gun. He's coming up, he's looking for the sap. It's the coordination here, but gets the sap
out
off just as the bomb comes in. Huge plays there, perfect timing from Toast, gets the sap onto Nice and the air potential of the level 3. Phil comes in, gets the drop onto Cleef's ass, carpet bombs his ass. Incredible coordination there from Denmark. What a bush.
They just got to move past the sentry now. They defended it quite well, actually, despite a soldier bombing in and a bomb scout rushing through. But Thalish on the car, the engineer right now, they've got that sentry pretty much disposed of. Just need a little bit of cleanup damage right now, but it does not even matter because they have moved the cart past it. Sentry goes down. It's going to be a very fast first point.
Oh, this is so confusing. The minigun pickups.
Yeah.
Like they get that.
Oh,
like,
picked it up and went right back down again.
like they get that incredible med pick, but then he just picks the teleporter back and picks it up again. I know you could just push immediately if you're more coordinated, but still, it didn't actually do Ukraine any favors. But I say ban this sick filth. Ban it to hell.
That's what we have two medic mains here, both saying that. Lippy gets spotted up behind. Good spot by F2. I was wondering if he was going to sneak out there. Looks like all the team on the cart. They need to push up though, really get a good solid aggression. Not let Ukraine set up.
Car is rolling forward here. Only a level 1 in position there for Ukraine. In the window, Gunrocks and Death actually taking an aggressive stance here. Neither team has Uber right now. Cleef's ass has been set on fire there by Scissors. He's on 15.
Really bad positioning there. Can he survive this? It's going to be really close, HP wise. He's running for that med pack, which is going to put them out of heals for a minute. As Denmark moves in, both Lippy and Dr. Philip begging for some medic crossbows, trying to get that sentry. They're both in a pretty safe spot right now. Ooh, Nash leads up F2. Dr. Phil gets taken up by the sentry, just peeked around the corner a little too much. It's going to give Ukraine slightly better time to hold this. Pop comes out of Ukraine. May have been that was definitely a force right there. Denmark was not in the position to actually push off of that.
It is a free Uber though. It's only about 50% advantage here for Triton, which is, I don't know, about 5 seconds. But especially when you consider how tough it is or how slow a pushing Highlander can be. Not really an advantage at all right now. But the dry push is coming in from Denmark.
Oh my god! Rushes in there, completely lays the medic out. It was intense. They got the heavy on the cart, hiding behind it just enough to edge it up. Sentry gets sapped. Sentry goes down. That was well coordinated, right?
It's really sort of reckless, cavalier play from Ukraine with that forward hold. I mean, even in the non-pro version, like it's dangerous to hold forward like that. Like you're totally exposed if you lose your flank, you're cut off. But they just got wrapped around and focused down hard. Gunrock is looking for some heals here, but
already got a level 3 set up, so it's not too bad of a hold. Get the heavy medic combo up there on the card around that corner, blocking that off. Taking some damage though. God. gun rocks flying around under those sticky bombs. Both teams slightly backing off now, setting up their holds, regrouping there by Denmark.
Denmark are going to be real happy with this time at the minute, though. Like,
oh yeah.
But you know that can be easily undone on last. Many a team have held all the way until the dying seconds on the final CP. Here comes Dr. Phil jumping in as Gunrox is distracted, looking towards tires. But Cleefsas is still alive. He's turned his back on the spy. Though he's going to get backstabbed toast again with a huge play, giving his team the monster advantage here. But just sitting at looking at Tritone here, well secured way back at the house. Huge advantage, 75%. And they can push in here and pick up that minigun. Or actually, Cleefsas can pick up his own minigun. I keep getting hyped by these med picks, but what is the reality of it?
Oof, Dito went for the pick, got cut out immediately. Denmark was building there quickly. Pop in the Uber around the corner right now. Let's see if they can get that sticky. They're getting knocked back a lot.
Lippy in onto Tritone, pops off the conch. Tritone survives. He's really weak though. He's looking for that regen to kick in, and that minigun that was dropped has disappeared, so he's not going to be able to pick that up for any unfair Uber advantages. But Denmark are just all over the last point here. Oh, Cleefsas is just gunned down and bursted there, but Nitro had him pinned under the stairs. The cart is rolling forward here. Nesh and Dito are up there in the map room. They're looking down there. They need to find big picks right now. Dito
and they
kills
did.
Up toast. Nesh drops
more
down.
come in. No.
Right now. Oh, they take right off the cart.
That was a good fight right there at the end. Trades all around, back and forth. Whenever a player drops somebody, you just got right back on, and that's what they need to do right there. Really good hold, solid like last hold right there. Especially even that third point hold wasn't too bad. And I like seeing people go for that. It's really risky, but I like to see that bravery, that kind of confidence. But 5 minute 40, that's a decent time.
Aye, that's speedy. But
that's good.
Nothing is unbeatable, man.
No, not at all. It looks like they're going to go for the exact same sentry hold at first. Maybe move it a couple of feet. We'll see if that helps out.
Yeah, slightly different position there. I mean, like, you know, if you're thinking about what you need from a sentry gun, start, you just need something to deny the bombs. Like, you don't have to put it on the cliff edge at the very beginning, because, you know, the cart takes at least 30 seconds to get that far anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, you see a lot of engineers, you know, thinking about how the game breaks down like that, like some put it on the rocks initially. You can definitely get creative with this as long as you sort of understand the milestones in the round.
And gates have opened.
Ukraine coming out. It's going to be first blood going to Nest there with a big body shot onto Talash. D-Toad is working his way towards the steps, but Scissors is just doing a great job there. Death jumps in but falls in range at the sentry gun. They do manage to kill off that level 3 though, but they don't get the foresight.
No, sadly the medic got separated before that push, and they just ran in there just to die. To take out that sentry gun, but it's going to get right back up right here. Almost a level 2 already. Let's see what Nesh can do though as he spots out that engineer. Oh, there he goes.
So
Nash
teleport up right now? For Denmark?
I do not see one, no. That may have gone down as well. But they've got a couple players on the sentry here. Uber comes out from the Ukrainians, gets chased off with an Uber Pyro. Perfect timing, right place, right time, right there. But they are losing players.
Great play there from Scissors to deny with that Uber charge, but they have already
got the card
here.
Yeah. See if they have time to set up on second. Does not look like it.
Yeah, you really commit it. Like, if you go and defend the roof, you have to be pretty much set up before they even cap first. Otherwise, like, once you're on that roof, the only escape route is like through enemy territory. Like, you have to go across the tracks. So most teams don't even bother to defend second. It's almost always sacrificed by the top level teams. D-Toad working his way forward slowly but surely, inching his way in with that cloak and dagger. He's getting all the intel for his team here, relaying that in Ukrainian, and now he's gonna go for the. Can't go for the sniper because of the what do you call the fucking shield on his back? Oh my god! But he does feel his attempted pick on the medic anyway.
It's it. Uber's both come out from both teams right now. A lot of flashes going around. Oh god, Ukrainian Uber's a spy right there. One thing that's been going on in the background, Thalish actually went back, cleaned up a heavy near spawn, and I think he went and tried to take out the telly. Wasn't quite sure if he got that done. Yeah, he did. He got the telly down. Really gonna slow down the Ukrainian push now.
Artie is giving a bunked up Thalash to chase, but just as it fades, as it the effect wears off, Thalash turns around and guns him down. Yeah, and he's behind enemy lines now.
He's been back there for a couple minutes now.
So
Denmark pushing in a little bit. Wow,
I love this.
Very brave. But didn't quite work out for Natural right there. They need to back off now. All they got is the Pyro right now. Not a full Uber to even push that back.
Thalash is spawn coming as well. He's going to kill Nesh on the raid spawn. Cheeky.
Yeah. I was hyping this guy up at the beginning of the map. I wanted to see what he could do there. I'm glad that he's got the ability to go out and get some stuff done.
Oh wow, Ukraine have been forced to Uber here in a horrible situation. Scissors reflects a month before even the counter Uber comes in. Do they want to give chase here? Like, they're the defending team, they don't need to, but...
They don't need to, and they
find
did.
5 frags!
Oh, it's going to be worth. They need to double back now, though.
Phil's going
and
for it,
they
he's
do.
hungry. That mini sentry's keeping them back though. Somebody needs to kill that mini.
But comes back from behind. Takes out.
He's on a 7k.
That man is amazing.
There's just so many man packs and stuff around there. He can just survive, and especially the bunk. Like, bunk is kind of OP.
Oh god,
it's a mini Uber for your scout. Sure, you can't shoot, but you can get yourself in great positions. Now he's been focused down as he kills off Artie. Lippy finally puts an end to his spree after 8 frags. So many spawn picks there. Maybe a little bit of a... At the sentry spot. He's dropping down now. He's going to try and come in for a big pick here. Natural's spun up. He's looking the wrong way. The Uber's off. He's going to get that heavy pick. Now he sees Phil running away on fire. He's going to try and gun him down with Lestrange. The lash is in though.
Nice. Pyro coming in behind. Hopefully he gets called out.
Look at Ukraine coming in hot here with the Uber charge. A pretty terrible Uber coming out of Denmark there after such, composure and determination. They've opened the door here for Ukraine with 40 seconds left in the clock. There's definitely enough time to move that cart up. And Ukraine have a huge 6-man advantage here. 3 spawns coming in for Denmark right now. But this sentry's already been destroyed. The spawn camp is in effect. Ukraine have complete control of the low ground. Well, Cake is going to go around and domes Nesh though. But there's still bullying them here. The lash runs out and absolutely destroys Lippy in combination with Scissors there. It's now 7-on-7. Ukraine still trying to keep that cart moving. 10 seconds left, man. I think they can do it. Someone's stopping the cart.
They have to.
Dr. Phil's keeping them off. Phil doing his best about that spam damage. He just throws himself at the cart, but Ukraine gonna get it.
Wow. That was absolutely intense. Rockets flying from every little wind. Everyone had a little play there at some point or another. F2 was raining down like rockets from the map. D-Toad came in behind it. Just great plays all around, bringing this to 1-1, but God.
It all came down to that just, momentary lapse of concentration or poor decision made there by the Danish combo. Their third hold was solid. They were buying themselves so much time there, and then they just were like, let's push. And I'm a pretty aggressively minded player. I have done similar pushes in the past, but over time I've learned that when you're defending, even if you have a huge Uber advantage, it's probably best just to not push. Just hold. When you're defending, defend.
Yeah, they just they felt they had the time there. Thalash had gained them almost 2 minutes of free time holding that point. And as soon as that Pyro got Ubered, he saw the opportunity to get some frags and went a little too bloodthirsty.
Luckily for Denmark, though, it is a best of 3 here, so now they have a chance to tie up the map and get themselves a point on the board. We could maybe try and take a sneaky look at the logs here.
I just pulled them up as well, yeah.
What do you see, buddy?
Death and Dr. Phil once again topping the damage scores, and these guys keeping each other at bay. Dr. Phil milking out a couple more kills, Death putting out a little bit more damage, and our man Dito, like I said at the beginning, I thought that he might have a lot more of like flexibility on this map to suit more of his playstyle, and he did, putting out a lot of damage there. Some like 13 picks, it looks like, and both the snipers almost completely dead even.
Yeah, that's interesting. I see that Dito has stepped up his spy game. Maybe he favors these sort of more, objective-based maps. You know, where there's more to do.
There's always a constant distraction. Someone's always got to push the cart right there, or guard the center, something like that. But yeah, we are live here. The third round of Badwater. Looking forward to seeing how these two teams kind of learn from their experiences the past 2 rounds. They're coming in hot.
The Saturn bomb comes in again.
Nice.
But this time for Ukraine, and actually Dito gets the medic drop there onto Tritone, who had his back turned for a second. But if he can spawn in these next 6 seconds and take the telly, he can grab that Uber charge again. So it won't even matter. But the level 3 is down right now, and we do see Tutorial furiously trying to get his gun up again. The cart is now moving towards that critical point. Tritone's trying to find his charge, he gets the right gun, pops off on 30 health there to save his teammates and save himself. But the Ukrainian push was just too slow there. I mean, this seems to be a new dynamic with these medigun drops, that if you want to take advantage of a med pick, you have to push almost instantly. But neither team has really managed to master that yet. But whereas Ukraine failed previously picking up their gun, they died anyway. This time, Denmark have shown them how to do it. Tritone coming out of that telly, picking up his drop medigun and clutching the defense here for his team, buying them vital seconds here on first.
That's a really solid defense right there. I mean, a solid push as well, but yeah, Denmark just really... Oh! Denmark spotted it out just in time right there. But solid hold, moved the sentry just in time, got everything built back up.
Tutorial realising he'd taken his eye off the ball there without positioning his cart at the edge. Now he's moved his cart to cover, or he's moved his sentry even to cover the cart, but they think the cart's actually out of range here, so you just see Food Ration, he's going to solo the cart. He's probably going to be able... Oh, Dr. Phil with a spam takes him down there actually.
So, really unique play up to the side there. Ihor actually set up a mini wrangled and was just chewing away at the Denmarkian sentry gun. Oh.
Here we see an attempt by Ukraine there just to throw bodies through the tunnel and try and touch the cart. They know they've almost got it done, and Denmark know it as well. Right, they're already retreating here.
Good plan.
With the Tutorial down on Engie, they're not going to get set up on second, and they're definitely going to be playing for that third hold. Look at this Uber though coming in. Really aggressive play here from Death and Cleefsas, but Scissors with a huge air blast separating Medic from Demo Man. Death's going to go down, and that will take the wind out of the sails here for Ukraine. Toast jumping off the roof, hits his dead ringer. He's been flared as well there whilst invisible. Somehow manages to escape with his life, but there is action behind again. Look at Thalash, man behind enemy lines. He's already killed off the teleporter. He's harassing Death. He's distracting them, man.
It's working. Also seems to be distracting the players on the card. Aren't even back there looking for him. Push the kind of minus players. They don't have the player base actually push off of this. And Denmark set up a good solid hold. Just upgraded to level 3. And I think that they might push in off here. Denmark might go hard. Tritone took a little bit of damage there. Gets a little sandwich to bring him back up. And they are going to make the same mistake twice, possibly. While the cart's getting pushed, they're Ubering in behind. This is not going to work out for him again.
Nobody's fighting on the low ground there. Dr. Phil drops down and dies, but it seemed to be a decent trade there for the Danes, except for the fact that they didn't get the foresight. And they just handed a huge Uber advantage here to Ukraine. No Demo Man up right now, no heavy, so a lot of that forcing power or holding power not there. But wow, the Ukrainians
Uber comes in.
They Uber immediately. They're really focused on taking that sentry down. They do force it away. Tutorial just about manages to escape there, popping off rescue ranger shots. And Ukraine are setting a pretty fast time here, 4 minutes as they make it to third. We could see another 6-minute time.
I think so. See how's the sentry setup looking? Only a level 1 right now. Just got to push that around the corner and just kind of go balls deep, and they'll have this. Sending some guys behind enemy lines right now. Looks like, was that Lippy? Yeah, Lippy coming down, spamming out some rockets, distracting them. They need to be on the cart right now, though, if they want to set that early time.
Nesh kills off Cake, but then runs a dice sticky trap on the tracks himself. But that sniper pick is even enough for Ukraine to like go in and try and get the force, but they decided to wait here. They're going to rotate around 3 tires. We do hear Lippy putting his lips to that Conqueror. He's popped it off, but they're not going to be able to get much done with it. They are able to move forward kind of quickly. Cake is just about to respawn. They're going to pop off that overcharge though. They get the Sentry gun and the force. That is best case scenario right there for Ukraine.
Yeah. Kiting the Denmark Uber. Oh, medic goes down. They have no heals now on Denmark. They are on the cart. 3x, 4x even. And see, F2 going to be up there raining down bombs, but it's just him and 2 others right now. So this might not be enough for them. Oh, God, catches out Kevsis. It's med down, but they're not going to get spawns up fast enough to get this, doesn't look like.
The Ukrainians took an age to react to that F2 threat, but it doesn't seem to have cost them anything. As soon as they're
527. Not a bad time.
That's a beautiful time. I'm not sure if it's been excellent offenses or sort of shaky defenses here, but we have seen some fast times thus far, but we thought the time in the first round was fast. It got beaten. Maybe we're going to see the same again here.
It's hard to
Denmark,
say, but
you know, you don't envy their position right now. They bungled the first round. Now they've just had a fast time put down against them. High pressure situation right here.
Yeah, but they know where they stand. They know what they have to do. And these guys have been pretty strong across all the maps, so I've got some confidence in them, but I'm not playing any favorites today.
I like your attitude. You know, if you're playing like a TF2 Center or something, or you know, some sort of pickup game, sometimes when the time is set, you hear the sighs. People just give up immediately, but never give up, man. Nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
Anything Ukraine can do, Denmark can do. Let's go Denmark.
Yeah, I'd pick Denmark at the early at the start of process, just because I've seen some great stuff in the pre-round, but I've seen some great stuff out of both teams, and almost every single player's had some amazing play at one point or another, so it's been good action all around.
Are already moving their ×3 from the lash and scissors. They know that time is crucial here. Dito's just done to the bomb on the rock. He's trying to give all the intel to his teammates. Here comes the bomb. Phil's in high. The sap comes in. Phil trying to get in there onto medic.
We have a pause.
Hopefully it's a pause and the map hasn't ended or anything. 90 seconds wouldn't be enough time. It's alright, it's alright. It's a pause. But yeah, the initial bomb here from Phil.
Very impressive, but didn't quite get it done. The sapper came off just a little too quick. Got thrown back against the rocks and chewed to pieces.
Nice reactions there from Food Ration. Had his home wrecker out to assist Ihor with the desappering.
Thalash, I think he's mid-bonk right now. He's going to try and pressure off that sentry. What we've got, I think that's F2 bombing in. Natural going to come around that corner. Might be able to cinch it there. It's going to be tough, though, especially having like the entirety of the team right up there.
That's very true, actually. The bunk can also draw the sentry fire.
Yeah, that was their 3-piece. They did that, I think, each of the other rounds. Come in with that bonk, that sap, and that bomb, and make it work.
And the whole time.
Maybe not this time.
The cart is going to keep moving. That is the crucial factor here. It's all about how fast you can move that cart from the beginning to the end. This is definitely a pause. Like, the server isn't timing out or anything. Don't worry, guys. But this is the, you know, the later stages of this best of 3. I'm talking about the series of maps. It's also a best of 3 here on Badwater Pro.
Oh, look in the chat right now. Looks like we have some info from the final map of Upward. Looks like Sweden has crushed Russia.
Beautiful. That's what you want to see. Sweden, top-notch esports nation. They also have the skills to pay the bills in Highlander.
Definitely some good plays from what I've seen.
So maybe we're going to be getting all those viewers coming here and saying, wow, Ukraine are actually going to take Denmark all the way. I think Ukraine definitely a little bit of an underdog here. Am I right? Am I right, Twitch chat?
It's hard to say. That's lots of opinions going back and forth right there, but just great plays all around. And I just want to see what's going to happen after this pause. This is kind of a pivotal point here. They need to take this Sentry out, and they have the potential to do it. They're going to have to be on time. If not, though, I mean, they've already got a lot of the cart. They've not been off that cart the entire beginning of this round. Saw a little hiccup of the pause right there. Looks like we might get back into it in a second. But yeah, they have been on that cart since the get-go, since the gates have dropped, and they are rushing it through tunnel right there. So they might be able to distract that Sentry just long enough to get that first cap and push on past it.
I think F2 is not long for this world. Gunrox just needs to raise his crosshair a couple of pixels there. Nigel running in though with his fifth sight is going to be able to distract Libby a little bit, but I'll have to say, unless something miraculous happens, the Sentry gun and the Uber should remain intact here for Ukraine. Oh,
here it goes. Yep, and you called it.
The telly's still up as well, so you know, great defensive potential here for Ukraine. The cart just moving to the crucial point where it peeks out of the tunnel here. Scissors and Tutorial trying to edge it forward as much as possible.
Yeah, they're setting up for another bomb right now. Here comes the demo. Stickies come down. Bomb comes out. Not going to be enough though. Got Nesh up there on the rocks, really backing off players from either side of the wall right now. But looks like Uber's going to come out. Pyro backblast them down though. Really great hold right here from the Ukraine. Oh, Sentry does go down. Cake takes it out of all the play right there, and they are back on the card.
Dr. Phil with the big dams jumping forward. Kills off Engineer and Heavy, so they know there's definitely not going to be a setup on second in case they were expecting any shenanigans. And if they push quick enough here, like, I want to see the main body of the Danish force pushing up to 3 here before the Sentry gun even gets into the equation. Like, there's no Uber here for either team. They can afford to move forward and play aggressively, but they are just sitting around here keeping the cart moving. Like, I feel that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. They had a slight man advantage. They could have tried to press it and see what they got, but they've just waited. They're clearly confident in their standard strats here. I mean, they've managed to take 2 points in about 3 minutes there, but sorry, there's 3 minutes. How long's left actually? That's what I want to know.
I'm having a hard time figuring that out.
Yeah. 3 minutes left, so I'm getting confused. The clock is ticking down, guys, because the time has already been set by Ukraine of 5:20 something. Here comes the Uber though.
Sentry goes down. Uber comes out of Ukraine. Let's see if they can get some more kills out of this. And they do. Several players dropping right there. Nash taking out Dr. Phil midair. Oh, but they're still on the card, still moving it despite losing some players. That's really, really smart play right there.
I'm not gonna lie, Ukraine, that's kind of a dumb Uber. You already lost your Sentry gun. You don't need to give them the Uber as well for free. Just like back off around the corner. If they want to chase you when the Uber fades, sure, go ahead, crush them, crush their dreams. But to just Uber straight away after your Sentry's dead, this doesn't make sense. And you just allowed Denmark to roll forward here. Like, there was nothing to stop them. You gave away your power up, your invulnerability. And oh, look at this cheeky play here from Tutorial. He set as many up there on top, so it's going to be hard for anyone to contest the Danes as they begin to move around the corner. The mini does go down though.
Ihord actually moved his Sentry up for a more kind of aggressive hold. Got distracted by that mini Sentry and immediately went down. Both Ubers come out right here around that corner.
Denmark find themselves 5 players down. Still a minute 45 on their clock though. They do have a slight advantage as well here.
It was definitely a good hold by the Ukrainians right there. Just enough of a disorder and chaos to distract everybody to let them hold that. Yeah.
Just go for it. Don't wait for the Uber. Don't wait for the charge to push. Move in and spread yourself out along the top there. If you can get that pick onto Nesh, it gives you a lot of freedom to abuse the high ground, but they're trying to go through, like, they're trying to thread the end of the needle here. They're just getting spammed hard by death. Rotate around the tires, you know, mix it up a little bit. Force Ukraine to contest you on multiple sides.
They kind of tried there. Actually, Natural was alone, peeking around tires, and immediately got pushed back. They had, I think, they had a scout and a sniper up there. Both Ubers popped right now at the bottom of ramp. Not a lot around to do, though. But Denmark looks like they're coming in. No.
Gunrox is hungry. Oh, he doesn't get anything. He tried to go forward there and get more frags. He went down, but Denmark did lose a lot of players, but of course they have that level 3 up. They're going to be reinforcing super fast here, and this is an effective strategy. Like, you can just play this war of attrition where you keep throwing bodies in, you keep trying to trade, and with that level 3 up you can really grind down an opponent on last. And even though
Nash getting double headshots right there on F2, and I think Dr. absolutely destroying. Only 4 players up right now, and 3 players up right now in Denmark. 12 seconds left. This looks like the end. GG's are called.
God. That's it. Ukraine 2-0.
And that was definitely a good game. Very exciting stuff to watch. A couple risky players kind of backfired for Denmark there in the long run, though.
They really tried to make it happen. Like, they were obviously desperate because of the time, but the final engagements there, the combo of Ukraine looked impenetrable. Gunrox seemed to be on point, just spinning around like a madman. It's kind of weird because, like, the whole 3-map series and so on, it seemed to me like Denmark had a lot of the hype moments, or we were impressed by them, but yet they kept losing. They threw the first map, and then they also threw the first round of this Badwater game.
Oh, it's like you said, we were hyped up about it, and that's because they went to go make those plays. The other maps, it was paying off for them. This map, they kind of made some plays, but they were maybe at the wrong time. They couldn't capitalize off of them, just kind of shifting their attention elsewhere. And so those high plays kind of acted against them. They may have got some sick frags, but they missed the guard.
Ukraine somehow grinding out the win here, so they're going to be progressing to the final to play Sweden. No idea of the dates of that, but your finalists have been announced. So I guess I'm imagining there'll be a bronze match for Russia versus Denmark as well. You know, like a consolation.
Definitely fun to watch. Yeah, but looking at the stats real quick here, just death, absolutely devastating damage-wise. 343 damage per minute. Just Dr. Phil not too far behind on him. It was Nash really that was just putting out a lot of damage there. If he wasn't getting headshots left and right, which he was at the end there, he was getting some body shots, really opening it up for everyone else to capitalize, and all around great plays.
I always like the kill and assist to death ratio, and actually Ihor coming out on top there, school and tutorial on how to play engineer. Only died twice throughout those 60 minutes played, but as well, Cleavesas only 3 deaths. Actually, Triton only had 3 deaths as well, but
good survivability by the medics.
He was getting the assists out there as well. What else stands out for me? Thalash sucking out, getting schooled by Artie here. It's tricky to play this map as Scout because you have to pick your moments. Like, there are some times when you can go and really play with momentum, get aggressive, but
yeah, we saw Thalash get creative, definitely. Even 2 rounds in a row went back there, completely distracted, spawn camped a little bit, took out the teleporters.
Not this time though, he went 4 for 12.
Maybe thought a little bit wiser, played a little safer, but yeah.
He shot
definitely was entertaining.
That's gonna be it then. I don't know. We don't seem to have any interviews planned. It's cool. It wouldn't be well, we could get Lippy in here. He's got a good grasp of the English language. Maybe we get some salty Danes in, I don't know. Arjax, are we calling an end to proceedings? He says he might be able to find some players for interview.
Interesting.
And we've had like tutorial on Twitch chat throughout the whole evening, even though he was playing in the game.
True multitasker extraordinaire.
Tutorial apologizes on Twitch chat. Whoever bet the 6 buds on us on saloon.tf, we're sorry. Bible thumb. Arjax tells us that all the players went offline, so I guess this is the end of the road for us, Insomniuhh.
That'll be it.
So this was our coverage of the ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup number 4, powered by TD Esports semi-final. Denmark versus Ukraine. Ukraine coming out on top over 3 maps. Managed to storm home though on Badward, taking that best of 3, 2-0. Denmark left to commiserate themselves potentially with a bronze match against Russia, but it will be Ukraine versus Sweden in the final. That's going to be a game to look out for.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
But keep an eye out on the TeamFortress.tv, the schedule there. You can find all the BlackOut Gaming TV games there as well. Of course, follow us on Twitch here on BlackOut Gaming TV 2 and just your vanilla BlackOut Gaming TV, and you'll be notified when they go live. Of course, etftl.org will also have the game times, etc. I'm just putting in a shameless plug for Team Fortress TV. Insomniuhh, you got any shout outs before we wrap things up?
Shout outs to Arjax, our man, the producer behind the scenes. Tech guys never get enough the attention, enough the glory, and could not do it without him. And I want to say shout outs to BlackOut John for letting me step in here and help talk over our Admirable a little bit. So sorry if I stepped on your toes a little bit too much, but I had a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing it again.
Well, I relish the chance to fight on the mic because people don't talk. I just keep talking, man. You gotta be rude in there. It's it's a mic battle. People are too polite. Yeah, that's right. Talk over me, bitch.
Oh, I can do that. John just snuck in the channel. Wasn't wondering if he has anything to say. A little maybe possible scheduling thing. Nope. All right,
guys.
then.
Deutschland this weekend. I assume it's starting on Friday, but it's going to be the 11th, 12th, and 13th.
Yeah.
You like Highlander? You're going to love Deutschland. But that's us for tonight. Peace.